Hello, everybody. Welcome to this new session of Ponle, Cara, Diversidad called Around the World. For who doesn't speak Spanish, Ponle, Cara, Diversidad means let's give diversity a face. And in fact, the goal of this session is to give not only a face but a voice to the people involved in this event, which are the people that can tell a story about their diversity. And the goal of our department is called UAD, or we can call it English Diversity Department, is to help people with diversity in their study. But when this association was created, this department was created, not a lot of people joined because maybe they were scared and maybe they didn't know about it. So we want to tell you about the department, talk about our experience and how this has helped us or not. And also, this is called Around the World because we're going to talk about the experience that we had in our country, because the people that are going to talk in this roundtable come from around the world. So I'm going to present the other people, the other participants. First of all, we have Arika. Hello? Hello? What's happening?
Hello. Do you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you. So please
Um,
introduce yourself and Ariaka. Sorry, I messed up your name.
it's fine.
Um, yes.
Well, I can start saying that my name is Arielka Patricia. I'm 23 years old and I'm studying dentistry in the University of Madrid. Um, I'm original from Nicaragua and raised and born, but moved to Norway when I was 11, 12 years old. So I have like a kind of mix, I think, from Spanish, Norwegian culture, let's say that.
Thank
So
you.
yeah.
Yeah. Next one is Emanuele. Please, can you present yourself? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I am Emanuele Fiocca. I am a dentist student of the Universidad Europea de Valencia. I'm from Italy, so I can narrow the experience with the dyslexia in Italy and in Spain.
Very good. So now I'm gonna ask you some question, and so we can talk about it. Like, Ariaka, and what does the word diversity mean to you?
Um, well, it can mean a lot of things, but for me, to sum up, is variation, is something that's special, is being different from or standing out from nowadays we consider like normal. Which is the reason every single day is different for each single us. And I consider that is also one of the biggest challenge for a human being, since diversity can mean a lot of different things and change the rule for what's considered like what we are used to now, you know. So kind of mix, I think.
Thank you, Emmanuel. What do you think?
Diversity, I think that it's important to clear what is the meaning. For me, the means is special. Because the difficult as I love to grow and to grow and also become more natural. I'm different from the other in the learning, in the method of learning, so I can so I can I can know. I had to know that our methods to understand the knowledge, and this is for me diversity. So to be diversity is to be more come è in Spagna? Come si dice? Come si dice? More furbo, svelto?
Smart.
To be
Whatever.
smart.
Okay, thank you. So, if you want, can you talk about some of the difficulties that you've encountered, like maybe during your life or when you were studying at school? Want to start with Emmanuel or this time?
Yes, I experienced the difficult mainly at time when I was young because I didn't know the situation. For example, at the school when I did a grammar test on the teacher didn't understand this difficult, and so they couldn't help me because the mistakes are very very simple, very easy, well, very easy. So, for example, in the mathematics, in doing the calculates, I was very slow. I was very slow, and the university at the become when I I had to learn the way to understand to memory the the type of test or exam similar.
So you could say they didn't help you at all.
At the beginning, no, because the diagnosis was very late. Was very late at
I
the
see.
12 year. So at the
Okay.
elementary school, I wasn't helped, but they don't understand because I did the mistakes very easy.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes like the ignorance, yeah, like in my case, nobody noticed until I was like really old. And, what about you, Ariel?
I think it's almost the same experience. And the other part I have is that my diagnosis were found like in very late, super late, like almost in an adult age, in my 20s. And so I went through the school, the primary and secondary, through many difficulties and through many, like, I consider like a normal in the beginning because I thought my behavior were normal. I thought that everything I did was normal, that I was just a slowly person or a person that did not understood like very well the concepts until I found it out in the university that it was something more than understanding stuff, something more than not paying attention. It was super difficult for me to compare me to universities and without even know like what it was. So I actually found it out in the first year in university, which was super hard for me. And then thus change the rules, and it helped me to see like back why I struggle so much, why I
Yes.
did so simple mistake, why I never well or like following this lessons like a normal student. And that's just like give me many answer, but at the same time it's just was so difficult, and I went through a hard time to accept it as well.
Yeah,
So
I think sometimes the worst thing we can do is like to compare ourselves with
ourselves,
other
yeah,
people.
yes,
Yes, because I mean we are all different. Like every person is different, so it doesn't.
yes, of course. But the thing is, I didn't know that what I have had a name, and I didn't know, like, I never, my family was diagnosed with ADHD, so it was like, okay. But at the end of the day, it's what it is, like, it's just to go through it and learn. today, like how to manage it.
Yes, I see. So, like, I mean, I can speak for myself. Like, my life changed when I gave a name to this thing. When I was diagnosed, and sometimes it can change for good, sometimes it can change for bad. Like, I wanted to ask you how this diagnosis helped you, and I don't know, how did you experience this? To both of you, of course.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, if you want to keep talking.
I mean, for me, it just opened my eyes and give me a lot of answers, and did not make me special, but at the same time, it's just like I couldn't understand my behaviors now. It was like more, all right, now I see why I'm like this, why I'm behaving like this. It's not like, how do you say this? It's not an excuse, but at least you understand. I started understanding my mind and my body and the situations and how I interact with it. And so it was like, at least for me, it was in the beginning more easy to understand me better
Awesome.
and to stop
Yeah.
comparing myself as well,
Yes.
because it was not only being a bad student, it was also other factors that was like not taking in account at that time.
Thank you. What about you, Aman?
I like what I say. Aki, how is the name?
Ariaka. Ariaka.
Ari, just say Ari.
Ari.
No,
Okay. From
Ari,
now on, Ari.
just open the eyes, and so for me, open the eyes, open the mind, because the diagnosis come late, but when come, I understand what is the difficult, because I did the mistakes, and and I understand how también how compensated también how compensated, but the diagnosis helped me. Yes, helped me, because I finally understood the reason why I had some some mistakes. I had some difficulties. I study more than my teammates,
Mhm.
and I understand that it wasn't my fault,
Yes.
but and so I could manage my situation, and I start to I stand to handle it in the best way possible.
Yes.
Mm.
So, well, it's what I wanted to say to Ariaka. Like, apart from knowing, then you can actually start working on it because you know what it is, and you start understanding better what your problem are, and you can work on them and improve. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's unfortunately, I didn't find this in a young age. Didn't know that this was diagnosed so early when I moved to Spain again. So it was like, I can compare how it's like the accommodations for students like me. So I wish I could, but I have never experienced this because my teachers, though I was slowly or I needed just a bit time because they actually thought I have dyslexia actually, but that helped me like not much because I need to be diagnosed, of course, and they never found something until a really late age, like I told before. Like they wanna try to help me. They didn't know what it is. They didn't know like what it was. I like you said like I overwork as well. They wanted to try to help me, but it was like maybe impossible because of course they don't know what the students have and they are not doctors, they cannot diagnose the student just by
Yeah.
seeing. They have little experience as well with ADHD students as well. So it's a bit difficult as well.
Yeah, most of the time in school we weren't prepared, especially when we were little, we were children. They weren't prepared. There were a lot of ignorance about this type of syndromes and problems.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wanted to ask you another question. Like, how the diagnosis has affected your sense of like your self-esteem? Like, how have you been feeling? Like, you been feeling better about yourself, or I don't know, Emmanuel?
Sì, I think that the this type of syndrome or this type of difficulty growed me because I at at now I think that when this a student with a difficult can can take the team can take the same deal or the exam and can check the same situation, no?
Okay,
It's it's good for the boy, the girls with the difficulties, because it means satisfaction, and it means that um, the pain and the pain is come si dice, compensata.
compensated.
Is compensated because for a students with the difficult, I think that the words no pain no gain
Yeah,
are very very
It's
true.
true.
is
True.
that
Yeah,
these words that there are on social on no pain no gain, I think that the for the university, that for university of students with difficulties, that the gym or fitness or
yeah. I totally agree with you.
tipo,
Yeah,
can be the words of the conference.
the motto.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah. Like, thank you very much, Emma and Ari. What about you?
Like, what is good things about it?
Yeah, like what the diagnosis has done to your self-esteem. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey for me. At the beginning, I experienced the regression. I didn't want to accept it, even I wanted to be diagnosed. But I think it's just hear the new. You have this. It was a shock. It was like, what?
yeah,
What are you saying? Me? And even like I did. Even I went to find answer. Maybe I was not ready to hear the answer, and I experienced the um, yeah, I did not accept it well the truth. And through the years, I have been working to not compare myself, to not see what the others do. Like just work on you, just work how you work. You know, just understand how you work. So it has been like more. I don't know, like the sea. You know, you see, it goes like this, but
like a roller coaster.
like a waves. It's a wave of feelings. But
Yeah,
honestly, it has been a hard journey and at the same time hard to accept. But at the end, I have to accept it. You know, it's just going through the waves. You have to do something with it. So
so would you give like boss? Would you give any advice to people that are scared to get diagnosed, or that they don't want to get diagnosed, so they would have a label on them?
uh, I will say like it's good to know, but having this diagnosis it doesn't mean the whole you. Just to learn that a diagnosis doesn't mean that's you as a person. It's a part of you. It's part of your life, but it doesn't mean that it defines you as a person. That's the only thing I want to like learn. That's something I learned. Like, right, I have this, but doesn't mean that that's the whole me. I have other qualities, and that can be more focused on the bad part. So just focus on the good thing about it, and not just like going to that point to the negative one, which
Yeah.
is a diagnosis. It's not easy to accept it at the beginning, but it's just to not put a label. It's not put a label just by one like diagnose. It's just a diagnosis. It doesn't mean that that's define you as a human being.
Yeah, I totally agree. Can you tell us something, Emma?
I agree with Hakim. It's a part of you, and it's good that you accept. I didn't have the difficulty to accept the
Your diagnosis, yes.
because with the teacher of that diagnosis, the difficult helped me to accept. So they told me that a famous person, a famous people are dyslexic, and when you are young, that this example can help you. And so I am totally agree with the words.
Okay, thank you, Emma. So my next question would be like, what would you think we could do to raise awareness about diversity, both to people that suffer from something and to people that don't?
I mean,
Yeah.
well, you can start by understanding and maybe not judging just by hearing the word. For example, bipolar, like immediately when people say, oh, she has bipolar, negatively thoughts, like don't judge without seeing, just because you see the cover. Just understand what this person's going through her every day. Like, you understand that she's not thinking at the same as others do. Like, try to put in other shoes and then see, like, if you have liked that people judge you so easily. It's not simple to just be different in a normalized or standardized world. It's not easy. So try always to educate yourself by understanding the diagnosis, or not only to understanding how these people is going through his everyday, and normalize this. Like, this is normal. This is having a diagnosis is actually very normal. I'm sorry, I haven't there, like, I don't know a single person that's super healthy, that's super nothing, like, I don't know, it's so utopically, like, I can't see that. I feel
Yeah,
like everybody has something.
yeah, nobody's perfect. What about you, Emma?
Do you speak about the colleges, because the connection go out, and
Oh yeah, like what do you think we could do to raise awareness about diversity? Like if you want to talk even outside the school, like or in the yeah.
Yeah, I think that when you speak with my personal experience, when I speak with my colleges of the university, they are more big than when I was young, and so they understand more. They understand more what is the dyslexia, because I need them more time to do an exam. So it's the first time when they see me that I stay in the class more time when when the time of the exam is end. They understand. So also the difficult when when my when one of my college study with me, that he isn't isn't a dyslexic, haven't a difficult nothing, and understand the difficult of us as more time to understand the concept, more time to memorize, to learn, more than understand. We can understand, so so it's the same time, but for me learn and that stay in the stay in the head, it's very difficult sometimes.
Mhm.
And so I think that with the communication, it's the way to ¿cómo se puede decir?
Say,
¿Cómo?
say
Sorry.
it so we can translate as well.
Así como decir tú hacer que comprendan, que
Make them
saben.
understand. Make
Yeah.
them understand.
eh,
Make them understand. Yes.
yes, to make them understand, and can also explain, say what is the dyslexia, the difficult to other people.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think many
But
professors have
if
to focus more.
yes, if we speak with them, we explic what is the DSA, what is the difficult, what is because we need more time, because we need a more help, I don't know, and they can understand and they can explain to other people.
Explain to other people.
Yeah.
Okay. So Arielka, what about you? What was your experience with your colleagues? Do they understand your diversity or not? Or
Yeah.
they help?
They
Or
have
not?
help. I mean, I've experienced both, but I think one of the most beautiful experience was in my one of my classes. I was, of course, falling out of the subject. I did not pay attention for a while, and one of the professors just stopped and talked to me directly in the middle of the class, and he was like explaining again something he had explained for a few minutes ago, and he seemed like my face was like just gone, and then he made a table, and so he like systematically what he's saying in words, he's just making systematically on a table, and that table helped the other students as well. So it was like a really nice experience that he paid attention to me, and then he also helped other persons with that table that was supposed to me. Well, at the end of the day, it was supposed to whole class. So I think that my professor just stopped the class to explain one person that was not paying attention. And at the end of the day, it was many person that did not understand the concept as well. So I felt like everybody's in the same boat. Just I'm more deeper in the boat, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was so nice. I remember so great because it was one of the professors that always stopped and asked me directly, like he say my name in the class, Arielka, what about this? And then I needed to pay attention though because he was like more focused on. I know that he was like, going to say my name at one point of the lesson, so I needed to pay attention. So that's a good experience for me. Sometimes when I see that teachers help me or give me like, okay, do it like this but not like this, I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Oh, that's really nice to hear because sometimes maybe we can be ashamed to get help or accept help. So it's so nice to hear that. Yes, I wanted to ask you, how was this experience like with your family? How did you live it when you're with your family? If they helped you, I don't know. How was your experience?
Mm, well, at least from my side, it was more a confirmation.
I mean, like, did they help you? Like, your family help you when
Of course, of
when
course.
they knew?
They I think they know it. It was just me that didn't know, you know. And most of my friends, they were like, "Oh, nice. So
I
what?"
see.
So it
Yes.
was more like we help you. They know about it. They know that I believe in the air. I always say that. So they always clarify things and remind me things. They always like base for me. They always help me, like sending my messages or remind me do this before this. Or in class, for example, if they see me stunk, they all like, Ari, wake up, or do it like this, or just like pushing me, you know, like this is so helpful because they see when I fall out or when I not paying attention. So they're like, morning, come on. So
That's really
for them,
nice.
it's so normal. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes, Aman.
uh, the so for me, the family helped me helped me a lot because and I think that there is the diagnosis was a possibility also for my parents to understand the thing. Because my father is a teacher of a school, and then when the diagnosed me, he start to do a course a course of DSA, how can help their students, how can help the diagnosis. So I think that they help me, but I I help I help my parents, and then I think that the supports of the parents is it's fun. It's very very important because when in my experience I have a difficult at the first year of the university with the one of the first exam, and mm, they had me to continue to study they say never give up. So this it's very very important, the support of the family, also the support of the friends. I think that if there is one the best friends, I don't know, but it's for me help my friends help me very 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 in the first year of the university.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
great because sometimes it's really hard to say this stuff to your friends, especially if you've been
See,
knowing them for.
I had the lucky to understand my one of these friends that when I don't approve one exam in the first year, the next exam he said, we study together. We study together. We study together the day before we retired. So now we study together. That's the see, from this time.
That's
Nice,
good.
that's really really nice.
Really good.
Thank you, Emma. Okay, I have another question. Like, what would you say to our colleague that are watching us, uh, and like to normalize diversity? Like, what would you suggest them?
Let them students know that they are also important for the society. That it normalize in class as well, like classes, because sometimes I feel like when the whole class know that this is normal and not a disadvantage for the majority, because sometimes they see, oh, extra time, how lucky you are, but actually it's not, you're not lucky, you're basically using your mind exactly like them, just a bit slower. I think to normalize that, to come on, it's not a disadvantage, it's just equalizing, you know. And also give time under a stress situation to the students, because by my experience, I see the world in another situation. I see like a whole. I don't escape. If I don't like give on under a stress situation, I need to take time to think, and maybe a normal person might take like seconds to figure out it. So I think just time, be patient with them. Like, do not make him even worse. Don't make it more complicated for them. Like, because it's complicated, the case is complicated. Why it will make it even worse? Because what is simple for you might be more complicated for me or for other people, and it's not exaggeration. Right? Like, it's just how it is. Sometimes it's something we cannot control. It's our feelings that is reacting, and that's something we cannot control because it's how brain is working. So it's just to understand, give time, and let the others that this is normal and it's not a disadvantage for them. It's just equalizing time for each person.
Yes, thank you very much. Emma.
Yes, it's I totally agree, but I won't say that for me. I don't know. Also, is not very not every day is easy to understand that I need sometimes to do something or to answer a question. So when, for example, I'm in the class and the teacher do a question, it's that more I need more time to give the answer, and I give the answer when other students that
Yeah.
ya, como ya salida me sale en español.
Yeah,
Bueno,
like they have given the answer before. Yeah.
yes, and if I know that I need more time, but not every day is easy to comprise for myself. It's a day yes, a day no, a day no pasa nada, or a day it's because.
Yeah.
yeah, I understand. Well, thank you very much. I think we are almost done. I want to ask you just one last question, and it's to finish with a phrase that summarizes your journey up here.
I have one. It's a bit long. Navigate around your weakness, gravitate towards your strength, and let the others know why you are worth it.
That was amazing. Thank
Yes.
you, Emma.
My phrase is so easy, and or no pain, no gain, or a race with more obstacles respect to the others, but the end it's more beautiful.
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to finish with my phrase, which is it gets better. So uh, don't be sorry. Just keep working on your weakness, and it gets better at the end. And people are starting to understand now, so it will get even better afterwards. So don't lose your hope. And well, thank you everybody for participating in this session. You've been amazing.
Thank you. Dental student, here we go.
So I guess I'll see you the next session.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows?
Maybe.
So have a nice afternoon.
Nice to meet you guys. It was very
Nice to
nice.
meet you.
It's very
Bye.
nice. Thanks.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thanks.